we all bomb in life every day because bombing basically is 70% mental. Bombing is 70 to 80% mental. And I just learned this 5 years ago. How long have I been back at the store?
I think it's been like 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years I've learned this. So this didn't come to me at the 20-year mark. Bombing is like anything else in your life that you go wrong. You lost in your mind before you showed up. And how do I know? Because I was the king of bombing.
Bombing.
You asked an interesting question before. One of the time I had met. Okay, so Joe's at the store, and one day during crossing, he said something to me, and I said something back, and we shook hands. And I knew him as Joe, and he would call me Joey. And then one day, we were both on the 405. How weird is that? There used to be a club in Orange County that on Wednesday nights, it would get 400 people. It was a dinner theater. When I first got here, and they pay you $200 on a third, but it was rough. It was white people in Orange County with white hair.
Still rough.
Still rough, and it was a dinner theater, so they went in there to get salmon and mashed potatoes or whatever the fuck it was, and you had to go up there, and they only liked the headliner, the MC, and the feature always bombed. And I'll never forget being in bumper-to-bumper traffic and looking over to my left, and it was Joe Rogan. He had a Supra at the time, and he opened up his window, and he goes, "Where you headed?" And I go, "I'm going to Orange County to do a fucking gig, whatever, someplace." And he goes, "You're not going to be at the store tonight?" And I go, "Nah." And he goes, "You work in other places?" I go, "Yeah." And he was like, "Wow." Like he didn't really understand. And then one night I'm at the store on a Friday night and I'm bombing. I'm dying a slow death. At that time I was going through a control issue. I want to learn how to control the audience. This is all that stupid white shit you bump into out here in your mind. It's just stand up. Just shut your fucking mouth.
Right.
Don't think. Just shut your mouth. This was the time in my life when I got into, you have to take long pauses to control them. And I went up there on a Friday night at the store, dog, and I bombed from the beginning. It was just a long bomb. And I'll never forget at the 11-minute mark, I said to myself, this is killing me. And Joe Rogan yelled, "You're killing me." And I knew it was his voice distinctly. And I didn't know how to react to it. Like when I get off stage, do I say something to this guy? Blah, blah, blah. And I go, you know what? He ain't lying. He ain't lying. I'm dying up here. This is a nightmare. And I walked off and I saw him a week later and I went up to him and I go, "Hey man, that night you said that. You're right." You know, I was like, he goes, "Bro, that was brutal." That's something. And after that, I said to him, "What show are you on?" And he told me. And he was like so courteous. He goes, "If you want, come watch a taping." And I was like, "Really?" In those days, I used to go to, our hobbies were to go to Politically Incorrect when it taped on Wilshire. Me, Stanhope, Mitch Hedberg, we'd all go down there.
Oh,
there was
wow.
a bunch of us. In those days, they used to tape Politically Incorrect at like 2:30 in the afternoon. So if you weren't doing anything, KP Anderson was the warm-up. So you could call KP and go,
"Wow,
KP, I'm coming down, put me on a list." And you go into the audience, and then they would send you around a sheet of paper, comics, or people you wanted to see on Politically Incorrect. And we knew that Bill Maher hated Stanhope.
Oh, why?
So we would all put Stanhope on there and send it in and shit. This was just something you did to learn. Like, this is how cool it was then.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go see a show taping to learn. Like, you have to go to a show taping. And I went to News Radio, and the first time I sat in the audience. And Joe came over like a gentleman, and he says, "Is everything okay?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "If Captain Creepy bothers you, let me know." Captain Creepy was the fucking warm-up guy. And in Joe's mind, Joe didn't smoke pot then, but in Joe's mind, the guy was a rapist. So Joe would actually fucking say it. Like, when I first met Joe, he did not smoke pot.
I remember.
He was by the book.
He was anti-pot, right?
He was anti-pot, and he was by the fucking book. And I'll never forget him coming up to me, and he had no manners. Like, he was very fucking, like, he would tell you.
Blunt. He's Boston, right?
Very, very blunt. And I'll never forget that he came up and he goes, "Are you having a good time?" Yeah. And I went to one of the show tapings, but he came up and he goes, the guy was with Leah's. And he goes, "Don't let Captain Creepy fuck with you." And then that night I go, "What do you call him, Captain Creepy?" And he goes, "That guy's definitely date rape people." And if you looked at this guy, he looked like a date raper. Like, you didn't want to judge, but when you looked at the guy, you're like, this guy raped somebody. He was so creepy. Like, this guy was a professional warm-up guy that was just, like, out there. Like, you knew, and he would flirt with women and he would try to get them up. Like, and he would disappear with some of them. So and you had Andy Dick on the set.
Oh my God.
So Andy Dick would come up to you and talk to you. So then I became friends with him, and he would invite me to the show, and they would put me on the floor. And I'll never forget that they had a thing for people, and then they had a box for NBC, and they had shrimp cocktails, prawns, the size of my fucking gorilla hand.
I love those.
On the side of a thing, like 200 shrimp. And I walked in there, and I just started eating shrimp. And finally, somebody went up to Joe and said, "Who's that scary guy in the NBC room eating shrimp?" And Joe came over and they're like, "Oh my God, you're scaring everybody here with your leather jacket," because I had this big gorilla leather jacket on. But that's how we became friends from that.
That's awesome.
From that thing. And then I was working Miami. And
How'd you do in Miami?
At that time, I used to do great. And he called me. And he goes, "Where are you?" And I go, "I'm in Miami." He goes, "Fuck, I'll be there next week." And I go, "I could stay." And I stayed, and Chris McGuire opened for him at the time. I just exchanged calls with Chris the other day.
Chris is wonderful.
Chris is wonderful. And I stayed and MC'd for him. And that's how I got to meet him more and more and more. And then over the years, at the store, you just built these store bonds that you see, the bond of a comic when we really love each other is just one of the strong. It's a gang. Like, I got into this to be in a gang, and I've never wanted to be in a gang in my life. I got into this to be in a gang. I was very disappointed when the Joe Rogan thing went down at the Comedy Store and the people didn't back him. That's when I started losing faith in comics. I didn't like that. That turned me off about comics. I don't feel that way anymore. It's a long time ago. But I didn't like that situation because it felt like comics were for themselves.
Someone made the wrong call on that one.
Right. That was
a bad move.
We get a lot of bad moves. And, I'm happy that he's back there. I'm back there.
It's changed the place.
I didn't get thrown out. I walked out of there on my own accord. I just knew that the government was changing. I knew that I had already, I had been there for 6 years. No, 97. It was 2007. I'd been there for 10 years. If this was Michigan, I would be out. If this was Illinois, I would be out. If this was Boston, the club owner would go, "Joey, you got to do something. You're featuring, there's nowhere to go. How much farther can you go?" So I left the store before Joe got thrown out. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw the dickhead coming in with his new attitude and his new regime, and I was hearing little things. And I said, "You know what? I'm the type of guy that I'll end up getting into a fight down there and hitting him on the head or something, and I'll end up going to jail. I'm just going to stop going down there."
It was a dark time. I'm very thankful for it there, but it was a dark time, and I'm glad that Joe went back. And that has been the resurgence of that place. And now it's just this cooking with gas. Yeah. I look at you and I look at Joe and I look at a lot of people. Sometimes you have to leave the store. You have to leave.
One of the most important things in life is making sure nobody asks you to leave. I don't ever want to be in a situation. Since I was a kid, I always knew when I had to walk out of a room. I always knew when my mother was going to talk business. I always knew when men were talking business. I was never said, "Excuse us." I don't ever want you to tell me, "Excuse me." I should pick it up by the body language and what's going on in the fucking room. And the same applies to life. You have to know when it's time to walk away.
Yep.
And stick to your guns and walk away and take your chances. And go, "That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to become a comic. And for a year, I'm going to eat shit. I'm going to drink ramen and live in my car, but this is what's going to happen." I can't. That's the transition between quitting your day job and becoming a comic. the first year is the hardest part you ever have in your life. It took me a fucking while too. You have to see it.
Yeah.
You have to see how people act. Like, I was given the worst advice. Like, a dear friend of mine came up to me and said, listen, all these meetings you go on after this movie, be there late. Make them wait for you. That's how you become a star. And I actually believed it. I was late for like 4 meetings. And I'm like, something isn't right here. It's against who the fuck I am.
Right. What did that person do for a living?
He was a comedian. He was a successful comedian.
So they wanted you to develop some kind of air of
Fake
mystery
air
or whatever it is.
I didn't like
you know,
it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't get that part of it either.
And he failed with it. So
Right.
it was, he failed miserably with it. He failed miserably at the end of his career in many ways because of his arrogance towards people. And I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like it at all. And then I saw it. I see it over years. Like, I was just at the Stress Factory. And this disturbed me. I saw that this comic was there, and I go, how was it? And they were like, it's fucking, like, it bothers you that this guy acts this way.
Really?
Like, you're not in the room. Like, he's very nice. He'll come over and say, Lee, hi, I'm da-da-da. Donovan, hi, I'm da-da-da. And then that's it. Doesn't talk to the staff, doesn't want the staff to come into the green room, isn't hungry, doesn't want anything to drink. Do not bother me, you know, it's just, and you come in, you get him, he goes up, he does his time, he goes off, no pictures, no nothing.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't want to be bothered, doesn't want anybody in the green room.
Is what he's saying that brilliant to where like you have to put up with that?
Not at all.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So the arrogance at every level bothers the fuck out of a guy like me because you put your pants on one leg at a time.
Yeah.
So it bothers the fuck out of me, you know.
I used to think that about like the Queen of England. I was like, at some point she's got to take a dump in that dress.
Yeah, it's
we're all just
weird.
people.
Yeah. We're just fucking people. We, as people, sometimes blame that kind of caste system on our failure. But there's no real caste system.
No.
We're all the same and we all get the same opportunities. It's what the fuck you want to do with it, that opportunity, or if you pick up the ball and run with it.
Well, isn't it kind of like what you allow? Because I've been in situations where people are late, and just me naturally, I'm a reserved, shy person, so I don't say anything. I think there's some people who, maybe Joey, maybe someone else, who, let's say someone was late or someone talked shit to them on a set, and if you check them a little bit, maybe they won't act that way with you anymore, because they don't act that way with everybody. I think they probably are nice to their friends, but it's just what you allow people to do, like, empowers them to do it more.
When was the last time that somebody checked you that you didn't get angry at them for a few days until you realized they were really helping you out? Like that guy on that guy that when you got to the play and he pulled you aside.
Yeah.
And he said, what are you doing here? You know, at first you walk away thinking, this fucking jerk off. But if you have any brains as a man, and if your ego allows it, you're like, that person just saved my fucking life.
If I had any brains, I would have done it then. It wouldn't have taken me another 2 years.
Yes.
But,
No,
it took
it's
me a
terrible.
while.
It's fucking terrible what we put ourselves through.
Well, nothing happens on your own. Like my thought of it now is that you do whatever you can do, and at some point, somebody else in your life is going to take a chance on you. Someone else in your life is going to give you an opportunity, and then your job, like a lot of times as an actor, but almost as anything, is to make whoever put you in that room look good.
Look good.
Whoever
yes.
took that chance on you, make them look good.
Absolutely.
And so it all goes together.
I'll never forget, I worked for my brother-in-law for a while. He was sweet enough to give me a roofing job as a laborer. And when I saw my check the first time, I almost died. I couldn't believe what he was paying me. He was paying me thousands to do a laborer's job. And at that age of 30, whatever I was, 29, I decided that I'm not going to be like every other brother-in-law. I swear to God, I was like, I'm not going to be the worthless brother-in-law. That job started at 8. I was there at 7. I made myself be there at 7. Even though everybody else got there at 8. I got there at 7. I didn't do a lot of work between 7, but I was there with him. I had to carry the stuff and load it up.
Yeah.
And I would leave last. And I would do double the work of everybody else or exactly or more than what they did. Just because I was the brother-in-law and I didn't want to make him look bad. So way before I got into comedy, I already knew the need to make people who recommend you good. Because these people are going to keep suggesting you for shit.
Yeah.
They keep suggesting you for shit. Number 2, with comedy, there's a guy named Matt Woods, and he saved my comedy career by having a long talk with me that was very short and very it was one of the best talks I ever got. To this day, I send him my love. Last heard he was in New Mexico. But that guy had a heart-to-heart with me that just sliced me in half about stand-up.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do it type of deal. If
Right.
not, just go back to selling drugs. Like, he was dead serious.
Sure.
He's like, the shit you could do,
Yeah.
but you want to fuck around. You want to show up with a T-shirt, and you don't want to write jokes.
Yeah.
You want to cancel gigs. He goes, I can't even imagine. And today, everything he said was right. That's how much the guy knew his shit. He's like, when you put your head to this, it's going to be fucking awful. People are going to have a hard time with you. Like, he was like straight up, like, I've been doing this for 20 years and I know when I see it. You got it. You just don't want to put no effort into it because you're scared of what the result might be. And that's fine. He's like, you could be a pussy all your life. My inside shattered. That's how you have to talk to people. Either they punch you or turn around and walk away. And they'll complain to their friends, and they'll go on Facebook, somebody insulted me deeply this evening. But if they're men and their ego is checked, they'll go, oh my God, he was right. Well, he said that type of shit all the time. Like, if you're too scared to see what the result might be, if you're a pussy, just go back to selling drugs.
I think I would have started crying instantly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right in front of them.
Because
my
they're
God.
right. They're absolutely right. When people talk to you like that, they're like, and people who are weak will quit. Will never go back.
Yeah.
Because they'll never want to be put in that situation again. That's too close to home to a parent. It's too close. It's even tougher than a parent. It's that football coach. It's that.
Yeah.
Like, I never want somebody to have a talk with me. Like, the last person that had a talk with me was Rogan, and I don't like it. Nobody should have to have a talk with you about what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? And those people that usually have to talk with you really love you to death.
Yeah.
They really
They're the ones that
care
actually
about you
care.
to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really care about you. And it takes them a lot. Like, you've struck a fucking nerve in their lives. Like, when Rogan sat me down on that plane, I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like, I had nowhere to go. I had to hear this out. And I didn't talk to him for a while. I made it a point. Eddie Bravo was the one that said, dog, what's wrong with you? Talk to him.
Right.
He's heartbroken. He didn't say nothing bad to you, and he was right. Everything he said came out to the letter.
Well, how do I mean? Do you guys do that talk with people now? How do you choose? Because you can look at people around you and you see 10,000 people a day doing things wrong or ways that you don't think they should do it. How do you make the decision to talk, to have that talk with someone?
I don't feel like I know enough to give anybody that talk right now. I feel like I'm still learning in some ways, that's, I mean, like going back to like what's difficult about parenting. And there's like, I don't believe half the stuff that comes out of my face sometimes. I'm like,
but even
I feel like somebody's just going to call me on it.
Even if you were on a set and saw 23-year-old version of you wouldn't feel the urge to be like, well,
Not right away. I have to get to know that person.
Yeah.
I have to get to love them and know them. There's shit I want to say to people I just care for. Like, there's comics that I care about that I want to go, hey, man, knock it off with that. I don't have the heart to do that. But somebody that I really, 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 really care about, and they're going in a good direction, fuck yeah. Tell them, come here, man. You're doing this. That's all good, but you can't keep doing this. You're just killing yourself to live. How do I know? I did it. You just fucking, it's a tire in mud. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. Or if you see somebody just destroying their own future, it's got to be tough.
I'm trying to get you to get out of that mud. Well, what the fuck do you know? I was in the mud for fucking 15, 12 years. I know how to get stuck and I know how to get out.
Yeah.
I know how to get stuck in that mud for fucking years. I could do it again. You want to see?
Do you guys ever feel yourself reverting back to where you were? Like maybe making a bad decision, being late one time. Like do you guys ever and like check yourself a little bit?
Well, I used to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You seem like you probably aren't late for anything anymore. Which has got to be crazy.
I got to get there early.
Yeah.
I got to get there. Somebody call. If I call you and I go, hey man, I got a TV show for you. It's an ABC show.
Yeah.
Okay. The call time is 8. I expect you there at 7:30.
Sure.
Because you're professional. There's going to be, even if I go to CBS Radford, go there at 8 o'clock. It takes you 20 minutes to park. 20 minutes to park at CBS Radford.
Why?
What's it going to take you at Fox off of fucking, what's that
Oh,
street?
yeah, on Culver City or something?
Off the side.
Pico.
You know what it's going to take? No, they don't let you in Pico no more.
Oh.
You got to go back to Avenue of the Stars and go down 3 lights and then make a left onto this shitty dead-end street to get to Fox. And you got to go in there and you can see the line. Like the left-hand lane is packed.
Yeah.
Because they got nowhere to go.
Oh, shit.
It's just one street. It's just all roads lead to Fox.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. So you have to be there.
And even then, you got to go park on like the 5th or the 8th floor or something like that. You got to go way up. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to park. And you got to park close to the elevator because you plan on walking, Jack. All those auditions. You get there and you're like, where is it? And they're like, okay, you see that street? Yeah, go all the way to the end. And then make a left and go all the way to that end. And then and you're like, what? And then after like 2 blocks, the sun's burning on you. You see one of those carts, one of those guys.
Oh, sure.
And you're like, dog, you know what? Come on, hop in. I'll give you a ride. Oh, thank fucking God.
Well, if you're in a studio like that, I always feel like I'm going to get lost. And then, if you don't know where you are, it takes forever.
Ever.
Because they're so big.
All of those.
I worked on a show on Sunset and Gower, and it's a studio, and they have like weird little streets and houses. I got lost. I worked nights. I worked at 3 a.m. I was walking through the back of things. Someone had to finally come and rescue me. I didn't know I had. It's
scary. It's fucking scary as shit. There was a guy when I worked at the Tower Restaurant.
Yeah, I'm like, give me the story behind this.
This is the first time anybody's going to hear this story because I just did last Wednesday. I did the one-man show and it was covering that time of my life.
Right.
And I remember starting to write this and going, I don't even have time.
Yeah.
This is a 2-hour story on its own. The guy, I got hired at the Tower Restaurant as a fucking dishwasher.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, I knew a guy from New York, and he goes, dog, I always see you lifting weights and hitting the bag. You want some protein? He goes, I need a dishwasher on Tuesdays. It's prime rib night. And I'll give you all the mistakes.
All right.
So I said, okay. It was like $8.50 an hour. I don't know what it was. It
Yeah.
didn't really matter. And there was, he was always really cool to me. He would give me shrimp and whatever. And I only worked Tuesdays and maybe Fridays. I had the job like maybe Tuesdays and Sundays. It was like I was 19.
Yeah.
And there was a chef that was just a scumbag.
Yeah.
Like he'd wear the fucking hat and the whole thing. And he would yell at the wait staff and call waitresses cunts and shit.
Yeah.
But he was also a part-time coke dealer.
So many fucking chefs.
So we would, some nights, I didn't like the guy. He was from somewhere. He was from like California.
Yeah.
But he was very white privileged.
Yeah.
And he was very high and mighty. And for some reason, because the coke era, everybody kissed his ass. At that time in my life, I was playing a kid that didn't do coke because I was taking down drug dealers. So I smoked pot.
Yeah.
But I didn't do coke, and it was well known in the parties. When I would go, people would go, "He doesn't snort,"
Yeah.
and I'd have an 8-ball in my pocket. But I swear to God, I lived that double life
Yeah.
for 9 months
Yeah.
because that was my intention to rob these guys.
Right.
But this guy took a special interest in because he was just a scumbag,
Right.
and because I worked with
You're like,
him,
I'm going to enjoy this
I'm
one.
gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
So I kicked it up. I started working like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Just so I could watch him more and hear his schedule.
Yeah.
Then I would just destroy
Casing him.
Then I would just destroy him. This was way before The Ring or anybody ever thought about putting cameras.
Yeah.
I fucking got a tool and I busted into his house. And I wouldn't steal all the coke. I would take some of it just to cause a rift between him and his roommate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Just enough to see
Playing
him
a long
walk
time.
into
Oh, my
work a
God.
little fucking ruffled.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
enough. And then
my God.
this went on for 4 months
Yeah.
because he was a skier. If you're a coke dealer, you can't ski. You got to be watching your staff.
I don't know.
Especially with Uncle Joey's in the neighborhood. They laid me off from the electrician company for the holidays, so I collected unemployment. But the building needed a snow shoveler in Snowmass Village. Paid $15 an hour cash. 3-4 hours of snow shoveling. I'd go home. I told his name was Joe Coffee. I gotta go. Where you going? I gotta go. That's it. I would just do it to case out the drug dealers to see what time the drug dealers would leave because they all lived in the same complex.
Yeah.
From like D to H.
Right.
And but this guy was a special case. I wanted to fuck with him. Like I would steal one ski pole.
He just starts thinking he has Alzheimer's.
Oh my God, I was fucking with him. I
Yeah.
would go to his house. I would take an ounce of coke that he had was fresh. I would cut it
Yeah.
and then I would take half out and put it in a spot completely different than where he had put it.
You were like the Chinese water torture of fucking theft.
And then I would go back to his house with him afterward with 10 other people, and I would watch him looking around like, where did I put that coke?
Right.
And I knew where, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was my hatred for him.
Yeah.
Like, he was such a prick to the waitresses and the bus boys. He didn't fuck with me. I think he fucked with me one day, and I mouthed off to him, and that was the end of it. He knew I was from a different planet.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to leave this guy alone. I did something else to him. Like, I did little things. I would steal his skis. Then I would bring him back.
Yeah.
So do you still want to fuck with drug dealers on this show, or no? It could just be regular people?
No, regular people.
Okay.
You could just do it to regular people that's sitting at their house. And now it could be great because they can hear voices.
Yeah.
That's why I come in.
Yeah.
That's why I
We can have like people set their friends up, like on like morning radio when like
listen,
someone.
like if you want
If
to
Joey's voice came into my house all of a sudden.
No, but it wouldn't be my voice because then you'd fucking know. So like for me, my mother died.
Yeah.
So I'd be sitting in my living room and all of a sudden like I hear like some lady going, "What's on door?"
Oh no, you're gonna go that dark?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. And you're looking around. And,
Yeah.
but like it would be torturing people in their own home.
Yes.
Like them going for their pillow and it's missing. And then,
Yeah.
And then putting it back, stealing their
Right.
glasses, taking their car.
You'd have a lot of women just wondering if they were pregnant. They'd
would-
just be like, I can't fucking remember anything.
I would take his car
Yeah.
and move it to a different building and then put the keys back in the fucking ring. I was driving this guy mental. I was going and I stole his chef book.
Oh,
Like
shit.
he had a book of recipes. I stole it and threw it away. Like
Oh,
this was
fuck.
never ending. It was like a 3-month torture chamber of
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
And I knew that he would come out at night. We would all be playing darts, and he'd always look at his bag of coke and go, "What the fuck?" And I knew that him and his roommate would get into arguments. I remember still being in there with 3 or 4 drug dealers were like, "We got to figure out who's robbing us." And I'd be sitting there going, "Man, it's fucked up, isn't it?" Like I was feeding them.
I'm surprised you didn't move in with him.
And there was one kid, I can't remember what his name was. He was a nice kid. I kind of liked him. He was from Mankato, Minnesota. He was really from Minneapolis. He was a good-looking kid, but nobody liked him. He was a part-time coke fiend.
Yeah.
So one day, somebody actually said, "We think it's him." And I was like, "It could be."
Oh, my
I even
God.
threw him under the bus.
Holy shit.
I was such a dirty dog up there.
Fuck.
It was, but
Fuck.
that's the show I want to do. If I ever get back, if they would let me torture one person, but it would be like torture that you've never seen.
Yeah. You'd have to get like the background info for why they deserve it. You know?
No, like, I got 3 people in mind already that I would just
Oh, you should get.
No, but
set up
not
live,
your own enemies.
you know.
This is like the opposite of Queer Eye. This is like somebody reaches out to you, one of their loved ones is like, "Hey, my husband's a piece of shit," or like, my wife's being a real cunt. She's like,
My wife is cheating on me.
yeah, she's cheating, whatever, like anything. And then you get that, and they bring Joey in to fuck with them, and change their fucking lives, you know?
You know, like if you're cheating on your wife, I'll go to the hotel room and knock on the door and run away.
Yeah.
Or leave a note on the door. I'm watching you.
Yes.
You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the funniest thing I ever did was about 6 months ago. Fucking Rogan was at war with, what's his name? The guy
6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago, a year ago, Alex Jones was talking about Joe Rogan.
Oh.
So I took like a fortune cookie piece of paper
Yeah.
and I wrote, "I'm watching," and I put it in Joe Rogan's windshield wiper at the store. Like I'm one of those dudes.
That's fucking great.
So I'll play with your paranoia.
Yeah.
Like I'll play with
That's fucking dark.
Could you
I
do it
love
if they
it.
knew that it was coming? Like, I'm trying to think how we get around this legally, because you're going to send people to therapy. I was like, what if it's like like one of those TV court shows?
Right.
And like they could agree, like you could owe them 10 grand,
No,
or
no.
Joey's going to torture you for a
Right.
month.
My job is to put you either to make you go to the police and tell them somebody's following you.
Yeah.
To make you go to an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Or tell them that you're hearing voices.
Yeah.
Like that's the main thing.
That's beautiful.
I keep hearing Chinese music. Like in the middle of the night, just put Chinese music in your house. You know, we have our own little personal speaker that we've already gone in there and rigged.
Yeah. Or like
go-
old timey radio. That would freak me the
You
fuck
go
out.
food shopping. I know you love orange juice. Every time you go food shopping, I steal the orange juice.
Yeah.
You know, what happened to my orange juice? No. You do that to somebody for fucking a year, they really start to doubt themselves.
Yeah.
Like
They
season
start
one
to-
is a year.
That's
Like,
the fabric of their reality.
no, season one would you just be misplacing things around his house,
Yeah.
taking his car at
Yeah.
night, parking on the next block over,
Just see
You
what
know,
happens as their fucking
sending them
psyche
boxes from
starts to.
Amazon. 'Cause now you can send people boxes from Amazon
Yeah.
and do the transaction so they think they actually did it at what time from their computer. So they call customer service, and customer service is like, wait a second, Mr. Syatt, we just spoke to you about an hour ago. You said you wanted the chair you said you wanted the wig. I didn't want no wig.
What if you could really actually get into their phone, so when they call customer service, it's you, or
No.
or
Yeah.
not you, but it's
But
me with you in
no,
my
it's
ear.
me.
Yeah.
It's you with it's like someone, like an actor.
Years ago, there was a guy that I worked with that was losing his mind because he was going bald.
Right.
I had grown up with a guy that really went through. Today, I think about that guy and I think of how much he suffered at the age of 19. Mm-hmm. He went through hell. Spray painting his head.
Yeah.
He went through the whole thing. I think
Yeah.
he finally did the shave the hair from my back and crazy glue it on your hair thing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
did. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
But in 87, 89, when I got released from prison, I got a job selling Mitsubishis with the whitest, most uptight dude you ever met in your life. Mm-hmm. Like, you could tell this guy had never fucked a woman from behind, like
Right.
doggy style. He always fucked military position.
Right.
He looked straight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he didn't talk during sex. You're like, you like
Right.
it, babe? And he was, I'm focusing, you know. He was one of those assholes.
Yeah.
But one day he told us in a meeting, like he goes, it's hard for me to really be a good salesman because I feel insecurity because of my male pattern baldness. That was it. He was a good salesman too.
Yeah.
Like in life, he was a good salesman. So I was always banging it out with him.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had the upper hand. The only upper hand I'd have was psychologically him torturing him about his head.
Yeah.
So I would put hats on his desk. I would fucking.
I love that.
I would go on the yellow pages and I would call like a men's wig replacement, whatever.
Yeah.
And I would go, hold on one second. My phone.
That's the best though.
Can you call me back at this number? And I would give him the number.
Yeah.
And he would be outside with me, and all of a sudden the phone would ring. He'd walk in there. He'd pick up the phone. Then I could see him through the glass. No, I didn't call you. No, I don't need no wig. And he'd just slam the phone down. And then he'd walk outside me. What was that? Nothing.
Throw his sails off.
Oh my God, I would send him brochures, some wigs for less.
That's the